A lot of people think Morgan Freeman's Jimi Hendrix.
What?
Abby, would you rather never do the deed with Pete again or never buy any items for your new home again? Well, that's just a fucking simple answer, isn't it?
Sun, sea, sand. Sangria. Ask me anything.
Shabba.
Hello and welcome to the Therapy Crouch Ask Us Anything with me, Abby Clancy.
And me, Peter Crouch.
So as you can see, we're back in our holiday setup.
Yeah.
Although it doesn't feel like a holiday.
Well, I feel like I'm on Blackpool Pleasure Beach.
Same.
We've gone for the alfresco one. Thought it'd be lovely.
Pete took Jamie producer's hoodie because he's freezing, and thank God I brought my cashmere from Bicester.
Some strange goings on at the moment, isn't there?
Global warming, Pete,
in
your
the
favourite
world.
thing?
Well,
I think you should be an advocate for that.
Do
Global
you?
warming. Pete's been up this morning, golf. Yeah. Meanwhile, I'm taking 17 children for breakfast. Then we went go-karting.
How was the go? Did you get in one?
Well, I had to, Pete, because I was scared my son was going to die. Obviously, I'm always safety first. I'm the most, neurotic parent when it comes to safety. But you had a whale of a time on the golf course.
Oh, I did. Yeah. I had a slight issue with my back when I arrived. Just because the minute we arrived, I got off the plane and I had quite a stiff back anyway. But I was throwing the kids in the pool and I threw Johnny in. And
No, but
when Pete and I went into spasm, which wasn't great for my golf game today. I'll be honest.
So when Pete and I fly, we lift like the table up in the middle.
Yeah.
So we can sit as close as possible together because we don't like being a seat apart.
Yeah.
And then I lay on his knee, so Pete was on a weird angle.
Yeah.
So I feel slightly guilty that I've contributed to this injury he's got now.
Did you tell the lads on the golf course that, Pete?
Yeah, well, I let them know very early.
I had to let Abby sit on my knee because we don't need to be falling
No, I
apart.
wasn't sitting on his knee.
Oh, I didn't
You
say
fucking
that.
sart. we had to put the table up.
Girls, no.
We had to put the table up. No, so I didn't sit on his knee. I just lay on his knee
Yeah.
like that. But so he was on a weird angle because his legs, his femur's double the length of anyone else's. So he's always on an angle anyway.
Got some femur.
Some femur, that mate.
Femur on that.
I think the entire length of my height is in
Get
my
on his
femur.
femur.
Get on his femur, lads.
It's all about the length
The
of the
longest
femur.
bone in my body in a minute.
Yeah, seriously long femur.
Anyway.
So we're here.
Yeah.
It's Ask Us Anything.
Okay.
So bloody ask us.
All right, let's do it. Go on from Jen, babe. She says, I know you're fond of certain emojis, but if you could only pick 3 to describe your relationship, what would they be?
Oh,
Good question.
definitely a heart.
Yeah.
What are you laughing at?
I was thinking like dog.
Dog?
House. And
What do you mean, dog?
like a puppy. Like a dog house.
It's hard to just
Oh, I
fit
thought
them
you were
into.
calling me a dog.
It's hard to fit them just into 3. Isn't
Yeah.
it? Dog, cat,
No,
baby.
no. I do like
Goats.
Little baby lambs.
No, I do laughing, crying, laughing.
Yeah, good.
Crying, laughing.
I do crying, laughing. The house
Yeah.
with like the family in it
Yeah.
and a heart.
That's a good one.
That's nicely done.
Yeah.
What would
happy
you say,
with that.
Pedro?
Aubergine beaver.
Splash.
Splash.
No entry.
5 kids. 4 kids.
I really want another baby. Pete's just absolutely saying no.
Can you actually believe what
You've
she's
really got this in your
actually-
This is like in your head at the moment, isn't
Yeah,
it?
but it's the last
What are you
year for
actually
me.
saying?
My mum had a baby at 39, Pete.
Did she?
Yeah,
Oh, no.
hell.
We got 4 kids.
I know, but they're all grown up now. I'm done with them.
It's
Done
like,
with them. Jack can bring his own way around the golf cart.
I'm bored of them. I want a baby again.
Get me a new one.
And Liberty wants a baby so much in the family.
I'm no part of that. Feel free to do it if you want to do it.
So what does that? Do you actually mean that?
Yeah, I don't want another one there.
Suddenly baby lamb doesn't seem like such a bad idea, does it, Pete?
Well, I had enough trouble with the freaking horse.
What about your ducklings? Did you get them?
I didn't do them this Easter
Oh, fair.
because you were away, and it's not fair on them. I want to be present. I want to be a good mother.
Yeah.
So-
Mother duck.
No ducks.
All right,
Fucking hell.
Fuzzy duck.
let's move on quick. Similar to the question Pete was asked a while back, and again, hopefully you answer for a laugh. Abby, would you rather never do the deed with Pete again, or never buy any items for your new home again? Aaron, well, it's just fucking simple answer, isn't it?
No, because my answer's gone. No, my
Well, you just said you didn't want another baby. So what's the point?
This is just.
No, but my
I mean,
ans-
she's obviously going to pick the.
my answer's going to be different to yours because you're going to immediately think it would be the deed. I'm sorry, you might be able to hear the planes going over, but
Well,
not
no,
like
because I just know that you're just going to say you'd rather never do the deed with me again.
No, babe.
Because you can't possibly not buy items for the home.
absolutely not. What, you think I'm some kind of fridge? I'm not. I'm
Well, what are
absolutely
She
you?
wants all of that. She wants all that femur, baby.
that triple length femur. What a girl I do.
I'm putting this femur away tonight. That's it.
That's what his trackies on.
You've had enough femur for one lifetime.
What? What does that even mean?
You know what that means?
What does that actually mean?
I don't know. But go on then, answer the question.
I would not trade anything of you for items in the home. So that's the end of that.
I have to say, I do appreciate that lie.
Yeah.
No, it was a nice,
It's not a lie, babe.
No, no.
Proof's in the pudding.
nice lie. Do you believe you have to love yourself first before you can start loving somebody else?
No,
Harrison,
I don't.
I'm so glad you said that.
Well, you got to love yourself first.
I think
Yeah,
you
but I
need to
do.
be loved to understand what love is before you can then go and love
Agreed.
someone.
I'd rather have loved than never lived at all.
What?
What's that saying?
You just
Loved
make
and
it-
lost and never loved at all.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, but I mean,
It's
I
so
think,
much better giving love than receiving love.
yeah, but then that kind of is truth. Yeah, I suppose. I think that question says to me, you've got to be like totally comfortable and love yourself and think you're kind of where you need to be before you can love
I
someone.
think you have to know your self-worth
Yeah.
to, kind of attract the right love. Because, if we've had people write into the pod in the past saying, I'm attracting the wrong guy, but my self-esteem's low, blah, blah, blah. I do feel like you have to be loved properly. You have to
Know what
know
you
who you are as a person. But I feel like I've always known who I am. I'm comfortable in my own skin. I know I'm a good person, and I'm a good friend, and I'm a great mom, a great wife. The list goes. No, but you know
so
what I
you
mean.
do love yourself anyway.
yeah.
No, but you know what I mean.
I do. But I think for that question for me is like slightly different. It's like, do you have to love yourself and acknowledge all those things you just said before you can love someone else? Whereas I think maybe loving someone else teaches you that there's other things in life to be that are fulfilling,
I think you can love yourself easier if someone loves you.
Yeah.
First.
No, but it's you loving someone else, not someone else loving you. Loving somebody else.
Yeah, sorry, that's what I mean. Yeah.
But I think you do have to be confident within yourself to attract
I don't
somebody
think
else.
it's confidence.
Well, if
I
you-
think it's self-respect more, because there's a lot
I
of
think it's
people
a
who
combination of
are
both.
good people who are, they're not overly confident in their own skin, but they are loved and they do love.
Yeah.
But
I'm just
if you're not overly confident and then somebody gives you
love.
that confidence,
No, it's love. It's,
Then you don't-
Develop it. It's
you-
kind of
you
it's like a
don't
chicken
need
and
to-
egg scenario.
it is
almost,
a
don't you
chicken and
think?
egg.
I
It's
think.
absolutely chicken and egg. Because I feel like I'm in the point in my life where I feel in a very happy space because the people around me I love.
Yeah.
And I know they love me.
Mm-hmm.
And what a feeling. And it might not be a million people. It's a handful. But I'm so happy with that. My kids, you, my friends.
Mm-hmm.
It's fab.
Mm-hmm.
I do feel very, very, very lucky at the moment. Live, life, love.
Yeah, very good. I think that's a good answer.
So, guys, this seems like the perfect place to take a break and hear from our sponsors and take this time to send this podcast to someone who you think will love it and needs it in their lives.
Yeah, someone who needs a giggle as an issue of their own and may want to submit into the podcast to see what all the fuss is about. Don't forget, if you haven't already, hit the subscribe or follow button.
Shaba. Okay, guys, welcome back. Pete, hit me with another Ask Me Anything, honey.
Before that, don't forget to subscribe. Hit that subscribe button wherever you get your podcasts and get in more of this incredible content.
And keep sending in your questions because we love them.
Hi, Abbey, Pete and Ross. Anonymous. Long story.
Anonymous.
Long story short, my sister started dating someone in work. It lasted about 6 months, but since they've decided to call it quits. What advice can I give her on navigating working with someone she's dated? Oh, also, no one else in work knows they dated to make it even better.
Red flag number 1. Hidden relationships are set to fail.
Hidden?
Like what?
Because you know what it is? No. Someone never upholds their end of the bargain, you know. Someone always spills the, okay, yeah, let's not tell anyone. I'll tell my best mate from work, but like that won't get out. It always fucking gets out.
Yeah, but I think any kind of secret love is a recipe for disaster. Like, if I'm in love with someone, I want to shout it from the rooftops and I want my partner to do the same thing. If you're with someone who's like, don't tell anyone, that's a massive red flag for me, Pete.
Yeah, but also like at work, it's a different ballgame, isn't it? Like,
agreed.
You know,
But look do you not watch Grey's Anatomy? They're all frigging at it. It's borderline incestual.
Yeah, but sometimes you don't, I would say another point, like that's not like a bit of a flash in the pan. You don't always want, because you don't know what's going to work out, do you? So it's not like, oh, we're in love, I want to scream from the rooftops. That I agree with. But with dating, we don't know if it'll go one way or the other. We don't really know yet. Like, I can understand why you wouldn't blurt that out.
Maybe because I've never been in a workplace scenario. Like when I had a job when I was younger in a restaurant and we all knew each other, there was so many people dating each other and then they'd split up and they get back together again and swap whatever. But it didn't seem like a big thing.
What kind of a fucking shop was this?
I don't mean swap.
We all just used to swap and swap.
You know, these keys in the ball.
No, I don't mean swap. I don't mean swap partners. What I mean, like
get
one
back
day
together.
you'd be going out with him.
Yeah.
Next minute you'd be going out with the other barman who worked there. Blah blah blah.
Yeah, blah, blah, blah.
No, but it's not like a big thing. But maybe because I've never been in that work scenario. Maybe if you're in a more professional workplace, it could be seen to be a bit
Yeah,
unprofessional.
but even I've had mates who I've been best mates with them, and I've known that they've been. It's our friendship group, so 10 people, and I've known they've started to go up and off. You fucker.
Sorry, Ross has just received a wet willy.
Not the kind I'm used to. And like they've gone like, oh lad, I'm seeing her, but don't fucking blurt it out to everyone because I don't know if it's what way it's gonna go.
Yeah,
Whereas if
and
I
also
went,
it's important to keep hold of your job. And, you know,
It's always
and
men
do-
who are like this.
Like what?
Oh, don't tell anyone.
yeah, because we don't want our other hands in the fire finding out, do we? Do you know what I mean?
It's terrible. What's the question anyway? Forgot.
Any advice for how she can navigate work now that she splits up with the fella? How
I
to
think
make
she
it
should just be civil and professional.
just front
And be
it?
like, hi,
Yeah.
Hey, how are you? Do you know what I mean? Like as if
how's your
nothing's happened.
father?
All right, floppy cock.
I think she should just be professional, hold her head up high and be like, been there, done that, got the t-shirt, see you later, sit on that.
We've got us into this mess.
Christ, that advice there.
I was listening the other day when you were both talking about E.T. and the other films, and it made me think of the Mandela Effect, if you've ever heard of it. Basically, it's where the mass majority of people around the world wrongly remember phrases or references from pop culture. For example, E.T. doesn't say E.T. phone home. He says E.T. home phone. He does.
Was it?
He says both, actually, I think. Google it, Ross.
Well, I put the
E.T.
Mandela
home
effect.
phone.
I'll put a link on the.
Another example is Mirror, Mirror on the Wall. It's actually Magic Mirror on the Wall, and there's loads more. Love the pod. Thanks, John from Liverpool.
Have you ever heard of this? The Mandela Effect?
No?
Where you hear what you want to hear.
No.
That's what Pete does every day, isn't it? Babe.
Tell what you want to hear.
It's like you know, you might have heard this example, the Monopoly Man. A lot of people seem to think that he wears a monocle.
Yeah, I do. I think that.
He doesn't.
What is it?
He doesn't. He doesn't wear a monocle, but a lot of people seem to think that
I
he
think
does.
he wears a monocle.
Okay, have you got your phone on you?
No.
Pete, oh yeah, I've got my phone on me. Oh no, I haven't.
So what does he have?
He doesn't have a monocle, but people assume that he does.
I absolutely presume he does.
Yeah, well, and so it's called the Mandela Effect because a lot of people.
Is it as in Nelson Mandela?
Nelson Mandela. So a lot of people believe that Nelson Mandela died in the 80s and they can remember his funeral on telly, and a lot of people swear by it, but they have the same collective memory. So it's not like, oh, he died in 1980. No, he died in 1985. It's like, no, he died in 1980. Winnie Mandela gave a speech like da-da-da-da-da. Yeah. And it's a collective memory. And you just
so
said
when did he die?
He died in 2013. Yeah, he died. Yeah, because that was when he did his long walk to freedom in the 80s.
But what?
When he got released from jail.
Oh, so what?
90s, I think.
Yeah, he doesn't have one, yeah.
So that's
Yeah,
not.
he doesn't, so
that's not a conspiracy theory that he
No,
died
no,
in the 80s.
it's like a brain trick. No, it's not a conspiracy theory. It's like
Yeah, but I still think the 70s was 30 years ago. Is that the same thing?
No, it's not quite. But maybe the Monopoly guy is a better example. So if I said to you then, £10,000, put a bet on, does the Monopoly man have a monocle
Yeah,
on?
100%.
You'd have guaranteed. Pete, would you have done the same?
Yes, but then there are pictures with him with
I'd have done the same.
and without.
So I don't know if that was added after because of the Mandela
Well, like
effect.
when you look at Monopoly, the old school, like it's not.
Yeah, he didn't have a monocle ever, but then a lot of people started to believe he did.
So what did E.T. say?
It's home phone.
Home phone.
Home phone.
So E.T. says E.T. home phone.
Yeah.
Why is that? Why is it called?
No,
the
We don't know.
I think he
it's called the
says
Mandela effect because
I think he says
a lot of
E.T. phone home at the end.
Okay, I don't know, but as I said, there's a couple of people here saying we googled it, home phone. Mandela effect is because a lot of people believe Nelson Mandela died in the 1980s when he actually died in 2013. But no one knows why. Half the population thinks
But
that
a
he
lot
died.
of people think Morgan Freeman's Jimi Hendrix.
What?
They do.
That's a conspiracy, surely.
No, it is. They think no one's seen.
You've
my
never
God.
seen them two in the same room.
Exactly.
Yeah, because he died in the fucking 70s for starters.
Yeah, but Jimmy,
No one's seen me and Elvis in the same room. But no one...
Morgan Freeman is like 80 now. Morgan Freeman's 80 now. It's a big thing. Everyone's talking about it.
Everyone's talking about it.
Honestly, listen, look at it. Look it up, Jamie. Google it.
Jamie, pull it up.
Pull it up. Pull it up. Honestly, it's a real thing.
Okay, so Mandela effect. What do you think of that anyway? Generally, what do you
like
think
it.
of that? You like it?
Yeah, I like that brain trickery kind of stuff.
Yeah, it's funny. The
yeah.
monocle thing, I would have bet my life on. E.T. phone home, I would have bet my life on.
What are you doing?
Thought I was going to get wet Willied again.
No, E.T. phone homes. Yeah.
Oh, I didn't see that one coming.
Maybe some other people can send us in some other examples.
Somebody
of the Mandela
stapled the
effect.
vicar.
Yeah, I mean,
Is that one?
That's a misheard song, Lily.
that's just Peter Kay, wasn't
Yeah,
it?
pork
Yeah,
pie.
but what's the difference?
No, it's interesting. All right, well, let's move on, right? I love my man, and I know he loves me. But when we're around our friends, he's completely different. We could be with his friends, and although I'm fiercely independent, I would like for him to check in on me more when we socialise. But when I talk to him about it, it falls on deaf ears. We speak about it after a night out or whatever, and he says, next time I'll try harder. But then after a couple of drinks, he just becomes a lad, and it pisses me off. I don't want someone joined to my hip, but just a little, can I get you a drink? I'm off to the bar. You okay, babe? Wouldn't go amiss.
I think this is standard. I've said this to you the whole time in our relationship.
Doesn't sound like he's, let's just sit on his lap on the flight over to
No, I wasn't sitting on his lap, Ross. I was lying down.
I'm joking.
I was lying down,
pulling your
curled in a
pisser.
ball, and Pete was so nice to let me lie on his
At the
his
detriment
femur.
of his own, golf game.
Stop bringing my femur into it the whole time.
You let me lay on your femur. That's fine.
Sorry, Abby, go on.
No, this has been a thing of ours in the past where I'm like, oh God, if we go out. But I think that's age. I think it's youth.
Yeah, because I would say I'm at the point now where I'm happy for us on a night out kind of split. Do you know what I mean? I'm with you all the time. So I want to say I don't see I see our John all the time. Maybe Jordan I don't see all the time, or the lads who we're out with. You go and see them, I'll go and see them. And at the night we'll reconvene and say, so what did she say to you? Well, I got the goss off him. You know what I mean?
You can spill the beans in the Hot Girl Friday.
I think you're worse now than me.
What do you mean?
just piss off and leave me now. All
Yeah,
night.
you do say to me, I just leave you.
So, yeah.
No, but it's like, but we're quite bad because we are quite smushy. We like to be together, don't we? Really.
In general, you do, yeah, I would say.
But we've got a great group of friends, and the girls are great, and the boys are great, and we all kind of integrate. But I think that comes with kind of being happy in your own skin again.
Mm-hmm.
And I think that comes with age. Comes with,
Confidence
yeah.
and self-assurance in your relationship as well.
But I do think the guy should check in. It is nice if they're on the way to the loo to go, are you okay, babe? Do you want a drink? Or just check if she's okay. I think that's just good manners.
I agree.
I would expect my man to do that, which you do.
Yeah, definitely. Like if I'm walking past now, like we watched the Masters here the other day, and the girls were over there, no interest in the golf whatsoever. What I would say, which was very funny, Abby came over and said, "Oh, that's quite a nice golf course. When you mean Augusta National?
Yeah, it's all right.
That's a lovely little one. That one, isn't it?
It's quite
You should play that one,
manicured,
Pete.
God, that's the best golf course I've ever seen. It's really looked after.
Yeah,
Well
they're
kept.
really looked after. But yeah, and then obviously, they did their thing, and I'll be honest with you. Because we were over here, we were really into the golf. Every now and then, I look over and there'll be like a new level of pissed.
Yeah.
You know, like I looked over and I think, one of Lab's friends was doing a handstand up against the wall there.
I woke up with like
completely over back. I was
Through the
my
table.
God.
I was supposed to be catching Lucinda's legs and just was so drunk, couldn't. Like they were there and they were there, and she just did
Delboy falling through the
Straight through.
She literally just did a frigging backflip crab onto concrete.
Oh no!
Because I
You all
couldn't
right?
catch it. Yeah.
Yeah, there was a lot. There was a lot going on. The music was getting louder and louder. But we had a good night, and
As
I
long as
checked
I
in
can
on the way.
see you.
Exactly.
It's not going to. If I look left or right, you're there.
Yeah.
I'm fine.
Totally fine. I agree.
We didn't answer the question.
What was the question?
Tell your man to give you more attention on night out.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I think just a regular check-in, and then obviously when you came over to us and we kind of joined forces at the end, and that was fun.
And also, if he's not giving you enough attention, start wearing something a bit more revealing, because then he'll either A, pay you more attention, or B, be scoping out all the fellas clocking you and be fucking right over.
That's not the right message, Ross, that we want to be giving our listeners.
Is it not?
I
So
deliver
for women-
results. I deliver
for women
results.
to
In
get
case how you get
attention,
them.
They have to wear
In
stinky
case how you
clothes.
get them, it's a result.
I'm head to toe in freaking cashmere and denim here.
Yeah, that's the
up
reason
to-
I haven't given you a second look this time.
The only skin shown is my forehead and my big toe.
Fucking hell, that's enough skin.
Walked straight past you, Annie, didn't you?
Oh, shut up. It's freezing here, Pete.
I'll tell you.
Results.
Okay. Hi, Abbey, Pete and Ross. Quick question. Was 4 children always the plan? My husband only wants 2, but I feel like 3 or 4 is better. Also, Abbey, how did you go through pregnancy 4 times when you felt so ill during it? I was continually sick during my first, and I feel like I've got a little PTSD about doing it again.
Oh, my God, yeah. Hell yeah.
I don't think 4 was the plan, to be honest.
No,
I think
I
Did you ever have a plan?
we did
No,
want a
never.
larger family. We did.
I think, first of all, it took a long time to get pregnant with Sophia. So over 2.5 years getting pregnant, and we got pregnant. It was a miracle, and it was quick, quite quick with Liberty. We waited 5 years, and then we had Lib, and then we had 2 girls. So we were like, let's go one more time to get a boy.
Baby, hit me.
And then Jack was a bit of a surprise, but the best surprise we've ever had. And
Yeah, so
I-
obviously we had the 2 girls, we had a boy, and I think that was, almost part of the plan. And then, Jack was a bit of a surprise, but an
like when-
incredible surprise, and he's amazing now. And the dynamic is, I would
Phenomenal.
say,
Class.
Perfect.
You do have a good little tribe with your
Oh,
kids,
we've
I
got
would say.
great-
It is
like, I
noticeable.
want more, but people just say no. But it's like when I had Johnny, it was in my heart that it was my last. Well, it was kind of in my head
Yeah.
that it was my last baby. So I'd stayed in bed with him for 2 weeks, didn't move, just looking at him, eating cake, playing John Lennon, Beautiful Boy, just sobbing, looking at him. And then, like 6 months later, I was pregnant with Jack. I was like, oh my God. But I was so ill with Johnny to the point where I thought, I thought I was going to die.
Yeah.
And that sounds so dramatic. I could not lift my finger. Pete, how bad was I?
yeah, that was awful. Yeah.
I couldn't keep anything down. I vomited 24/7 for 9 months. I had acid reflux. I had allergies, rashes. All my hair fell out. I couldn't sleep.
Sorry, I'm not laughing at
Why are
you.
you laughing at?
I'm feeling how difficult Pete's life must have been. during that period.
So I'm telling.
I just know.
Oh my God.
I know.
Are you messing?
I really feel for you. I don't know what you're saying, but I bet you're a fucking nightmare.
I just said to you, I vomited 24/7 and all my hair was falling out and I had allergies, and you're just like, poor Peter.
Yeah, I love it.
No, it was bad.
No,
It was
I'm
bad
only
for you.
messing, I'm only
But then I
messing.
remember.
Have you ever seen have you ever seen any kind of prison drama where they open the slat and just throw the food in and shut it down? That's what Pete used to do to me and just left me.
Bad girls.
And I was like, yeah, bad girls. And I was like, I can't. When I was pregnant with Jack, I was like, I just couldn't do this again.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
Thank God there was an angel looking down on me. And I was only sick for the first few weeks and then I was fine. And I think kind of being preoccupied with Johnny being such a new baby still. But I just don't think you should plan it. I think everything happens for a reason.
Life's what happens to you when you're busy making other plans? John Lennon, beautiful boy.
Life is what happens to you while you're busy making other plans.
Wait, what a callback that was, by the way.
Beautiful, beautiful,
Nice.
beautiful.
Beautiful.
Tune.
Yeah.
So, and I think when it comes to the morning sickness and feeling ill, I think the human body has an amazing way to forget pain and trauma. Because obviously we'd never do it again. Childbirth, I've given birth 4 times naturally. You know, but it's so worth it.
Yeah.
You get this beautiful gift forever.
And this lady said she's already got a baby as well. So you probably, I don't have kids, so I can't comment. But I would imagine like you've got in the back of your head, I know what the end, not prize, but results of this and the happiness that I'm going to get and the love that I'm going to get from it. And kind of, I'm assuming that helps kind of
Balances it out,
drive you
yeah.
through it, maybe.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, and you have to have a strong relationship for a big family, I would say.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Because it is tough at times, but very rewarding.
But it's funny how you forget, isn't it, when people go, "Oh my God, can't be doing with the night feeds and the newborn." And bizarrely, now, after so many years, we look back at that so fondly.
And you want to go back to it? You want to go back to it?
You know, we used to write down the how many mils they'd had in the night and what time it was and what the consistency of the poo was like when we changed the nappy. But at the time, we kill each other because I'm like, you haven't fucking written down how many mils.
Yeah.
And we look at it with such rose-tinted
Nostalgia.
glasses and
Yeah.
nostalgia and how it's the best time of my life, really.
It was nice and bizarrely calming once the
Bizarrely
baby came
calming,
out.
yeah.
Obviously,
Yeah.
pregnancies were slightly hairy. Okay, hi Abbey and Pete. I love the pod. This lady's going to Marbella with her boyfriend this year. Have you been? Any recommendations? Thank you in advance.
Marbella, have you been?
We've been to Marbella a few times.
Any Rex? I've never been.
I'll be honest with you, it's
To be
not
honest,
something that we. I
it's
don't
not,
know. I don't know it that well.
No,
No.
I've been one. Yeah.
I've been a few times.
It's not really. It's not somewhere I would be comfortable giving out recommendations
Yeah.
for. We've
Okay.
been for other people's parties
Birthdays or
or
Hindus or
events
whatever.
or
Yeah.
stuff like
I get
that.
you, I get
It's not somewhere where we know well and could recommend. Would you say?
I've never really heard you talk about Marbella, to be fair.
Yeah,
You
not
talk about
really.
Mallorca in general, but
Yeah.
I've never heard Marbella
I
now.
Some
like
great,
Mallorca and Ibiza.
Yeah.
Some great golf courses in Marbella.
Oh, is that?
I would suggest, yeah, some very good ones.
Boring.
But in general, would you say they'll have a good time?
Oh my God.
Yeah. No, it's good, great fun.
Absolutely. Sun, sea, sand. Sangria.
Very good, Abby. Very good.
Very good.
I like it.
Yeah. So
Listen, bring the fun with you. You'll have the sun. It'll be great.
Yeah.
Good vibes. Happy times.
Yeah.
Nice.
What would your ideal day look like in 5 years, Matt?
Oh,
Good
wow.
question. That is a good question, you know.
In 5 years, well, just an ideal day.
Where do you, I suppose it's your 5-year planning type of thing.
I've never been one for planning
Me neither.
or looking to the future too far ahead or planning out your life, your job, what you do. I'm a
In the moment.
suck it and see kind of girl. I'm a live in the moment kind of girl.
It's staying in.
Jeez,
It's staying
your fault, you
in.
don't-
It's staying in.
This content creates itself, though. Say words like that, phrases like that.
Great stuff.
My ideal day in 5 years' time would be beautiful weather, surrounded by nature, hearing kids growing up. And
How old will Jack be in 5 years? 8, 9,
10.
10? Is he? Oh, yeah, 5, yeah.
10. You know, so I'd still have little kids running around.
Yeah.
Like Sophia would probably have a boyfriend.
Oh.
I know. You know, I see a barbecue. I see a long sunny day. I see dogs running around chasing the bulls where kids are running around. I see the horses in the fields. That's kind of my dream day.
Pete?
Just level par, really.
Level par?
If I shoot level par,
What does that mean?
in 5 years, I'll just be over the moon.
Yeah.
What's level par?
Well, I just not like I'm not over on my golf hand again.
You're doing my golf.
If I shoot level par in 5 years, I'll be over the moon. Cheers for your question, like that.
Oh, good. I
You're
like
a
it.
selfish little bastard, aren't you? Here's me.
No
You with
kids
your
running
little,
around in my environment.
you've got a little pinny on in my dream day, making a little steak on the barbie,
Yeah, I'll
cheeseburgers.
come back and I'll
little bit of halloumi.
straight after that level par round.
15,000 burgers.
I'll be doing it. I can hear the kids
I'm seeing
playing.
bees. I can smell jasmine in the bushes. You know, it's a hot, sunny, lazy day. Sprinklers are on. Kids are running through them, laughing.
Pete's got a great smile on his face because he shot level par.
The sprinklers
not
on
there
in
because
Pete's
he's at his golf
background.
club.
It's Adrian, don't get me wrong.
Pete, that's so worrying that we don't have the same
No,
dream day.
I love that. I love
so
that.
are you telling
environment.
me you don't like my day?
I love your day.
My
It's
dream
fantastic.
day is slightly your dream day.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I'll just come back and we'll have that day straight after.
Straight after.
From 7 p.m. I'll be there.
If I'm not spewing on the driveway.
No, that's
Yeah.
obviously great. That's a great day. I'm happy with that day.
Class. I like
Our
it.
little family barbecues are right up there with some of my favourite
Oh, good
memories.
job.
Favourite days.
Yeah,
Gosh, you've been there? You're there for all of them?
Our barbecues are world famous. When the sun's out and the
Buns out.
barbecue's on,
When the
Casa de
sun's out, the
Crouch,
buns
fucking
are out.
Barbie on. Oh, yeah, baby.
You just-
Their life's path
honestly,
after, don't mind if I diddly do.
phenomenal stuff, aren't they?
Phenomenal.
They are world famous, and you
Oh,
know,
yeah.
everyone who comes around wants to come back again. More
So
of the same.
our next barbecue, I was thinking, because our barbecues are not just like a lunch thing. People are always hungry later on, and I don't want to be on the bar. I think we should get like slow dough pizza for the evening. So we could do barbie in the day, a few drinks, and then we're all
Like a
bit
wedding
peckish.
where you have the breakfast
Yeah,
and then
exactly.
the buffet in the
A little
evening.
buffet in the evening, yeah.
Exactly, and then I don't have to do the work. I don't have to clean up. We've got fantastic pizzas.
Yeah. Not a bad shout.
Sounds like a decent day, babe.
It's like an amazing day. Well, I enjoyed that.
Right, another ask is anything.
Yeah.
Nice. I mean, it's alfresco.
Alfresco,
Bit
freezing.
chilly.
I could see
Absolutely
Pete's
freezing.
goosebumps from me.
Oh my god, the goosebumps are phenomenal.
No, but I enjoyed those questions, and thank you, and keep them coming.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Brilliant. See you next week.
See you next week.